My name is Abdullah, and we are here part of a news channel on YouTube, and we are just to ask some basic questions on why people are taking part. So for you, what does this supporting Palestine mean to you?
Okay, I mean, we all see the news and we see
Right.
just disturbing images coming from Palestine, from Gaza, and it hurts. I mean, humanity. We have to feel little children getting killed. All elders, women, just normal human beings suffering. We feel part of this. Coming out, it shows that we're trying to do something. We
Yeah.
care about them.
Yeah.
So even then, when they see this from their side of the world, that they can see that there's a part in London, in the UK, where the people do care about them. So this is our way of showing that we care and trying to do something. Get the governments to see that this is an important issue to us.
Right.
And we would like a ceasefire. Every life, every human life is important.
Every human life.
Every
yeah.
human life.
Yeah.
We know the hadith of our Prophet ﷺ, that one life, taking one life is like you have taken the whole of mankind, and saving one life is like you saving the whole.
Yeah, that's
of mankind.
Quran. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
yeah.
Quran, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So, which means to say, by your statement, that represents all innocent life that has been lost
Yes.
in that region of
Yeah,
Palestine
yeah.
and Israel.
Yeah.
All-
Regardless,
yeah.
So we're not looking at color, we're not looking at religion. We're just,
It's beyond that,
it's
for
beyond
yourself,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, of course. We care about every person, and this is the teachings we've been given
Right.
from the top.
So it's a care for all innocent life
Absolutely.
who have been lost in this
Absolutely,
this
yes,
ordeal.
yes.
And I think for a lot of supporters or march and demonstration, people have different reasons for why they take part in march. Everybody have different reasons.
Yes.
But you are saying quite clearly that your reasons is human life across the board.
Yeah, of course, human life.
And it doesn't matter the religion,
No.
the ethnic
No,
background,
no.
it's all about human life. And that's what you're here to
Yes.
represent, a voice.
Absolutely.
Right.
Every single life counts. The amount of children that are being killed. If that was my child, how would I feel? I would want to see at least somebody killed.
Right.
I mean, these are people. We're like a voice almost in a different part of the world for us.
Yes, absolutely. And also, the other question I want to ask you, two other questions really. I mean, there's a lot of people who may feel the same as you, but they may work in a public services, or they have a certain job or a certain status, and they do not want to come on marches, they do not want to come publicly, they do not want to say anything in favor of Palestine or out of favor against Israel. So, and that is because there's a kind of notion that if you support Palestine openly or you criticize the Israeli government for the atrocities committed, that it could affect you, or you will be accused of hate crime, anti-Semitism.
Absolutely.
You can lose your citizenship. If you're on a visa, your visa can be revoked. How do you feel about those dynamics, that subject?
I mean, you're right. The mainstream media are portraying a certain picture, a certain narrative. But when you come at the ground and the protests, we see a lot of our Jewish friends are here.
Right,
You know,
yes.
so it's not just Muslims.
I met Jewish people.
Yeah. So we've seen the Jewish people all around the world. You're seeing, this is an issue for humanity. It's not an issue for a certain religion, a certain country. We need to stand. We see the bombardment that's going on. This is our planet where we are seeing such big destruction happening.
So the support for Palestine or the criticism against Israel is not anti-Semitism.
Absolutely.
It's not anti-Jew.
No.
It's
Yeah,
not
I mean, if this
calling
is
for genocide.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've seen people came out when Ukraine had a similar issue come out, and people in the public sector actually were able to voice their concerns. We've seen them in sports where they were displaying the Ukrainian flag quite comfortably.
Yeah.
So there is a kind of a double standard where. With Palestine, if you do this, we see this with a certain football club where they Celtic, when they bring out the flags, they are being fined.
Yeah.
So we know Wembley had the flag. We've seen so many sport events. Where
So the issue of hate crimes is something I really want to get to the bottom of.
Okay.
So when it comes to hate crime, that's not the reason why you're here.
No,
when
no,
it comes to anti-Semitism, that's not the reason why you're here.
No. I
Yeah.
mean, this could have happened anywhere.
Right.
But just because it's happening, if Russia are doing it, if the US are doing it, if our own country Pakistan are doing it, if it's wrong, it's wrong.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just because this is a certain country, to say something about it, the anti-Semitic, voice is targeted at you.
Yeah.
But reality-wise, is you just have to see.
I think
the
we're blocking the
destruction.
entrance. Sorry. Thank you. And if you had any final advice or words, what would be your advice be as a solution?
I mean,
What do you think is a solution?
I mean, the solution is that you know, you have to look at the root cause of this
Right.
problem. It didn't start on the 7th of October. You know, the Hamas terrorism as such didn't wasn't born on the 6th of October. This
Right.
has been happening for decades now. The people in Palestine are being oppressed. They need to be given a voice. They need freedom.
Yeah.
Everywhere in the world, we want freedom. They want their freedom. They want their own, country. They want their own.
So you're saying solution has to go back to the origins,
origins.
of how this problem started.
And
That's the only way you're going to
yeah,
get a solution.
Yeah, and according
And
to
also to give the Palestinians,
yeah,
the victims a voice, giving
yeah,
victims
I
a
mean, the
voice.
UN resolution, which is asking for a two-state solution, that should be implemented with East Jerusalem as the capital for Palestine. You know, this was originally agreed within the UN Charter, and you know, we've seen so many UN resolutions. You know, they be raised, but you know, it's so easy to go against them.
Yeah.
So the solution is to give, both parties, the people in Israel should have the freedom and the security, and the same security and freedom should also be offered to the Palestinians.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Any thoughts you would like to share?
He said it well, to be honest with you. But myself, I work in the public sector, and you are right. Within work and stuff, they obviously do give you warnings and stuff. But alhamdulillah,
Yeah, if you're doing a public service job,
I
if you're
think
doing any government job
I
or
work
even
with the
private sector,
yeah,
you're at
sector.
risk of
Yeah.
publicly supporting
That's right, yeah.
Palestine, or you will be called a hate preacher, anti-Semite, or encouraging violence and crime.
Yeah.
So these are the accusations being floated. In addition to that, people at risk for losing their citizenship, ethnic minorities in this country at risk for losing their citizenship as well as their visas. So and this is one of the ways
This is
that
really
yeah.
important, to be honest with you, because I work in public service myself, but this is more important to me than my job. Because we do have to stand up for it. If today it's them, tomorrow it could be us as well. So we don't want this. Like you mentioned as well, our religion doesn't teach us this. It's about peace, but we need to stand for this because this is not fair. And it needs to
When you
stop.
say stand for this, what exactly you mean by
So
that?
what do I mean by stand for this is that we need to, as a public, so if this happened to my family,
Okay.
my kids, I wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
Like we said, it's nothing to do with religion. This is more about
Humanity.
Humanity,
Yeah.
So we have to stand for this because if we sleep now, this can happen tomorrow to us as well. But we're not going to allow this to happen.
Yeah.
And like I said, this is more important than my job or anything else. So we have to come here and show our support.
And do you take the position that this is a humanitarian cause, that whether you're Chinese in that region or you're French, wherever you are, innocent
doesn't
lives
matter.
being taken?
It doesn't matter, yeah.
You support.
We care
Yeah.
about innocent lives.
Yeah,
it.
that's the most important.
Yeah, this is not fair.
Yeah. So thanks a lot for your
problem.
comments, Awen. Jazakallah khair.
Exactly.
Tawfiq,
Accept your
inshallah.
brothers. What you call Unite for?
I'll show you. Yes, we are unite upon the haq.
Fine.
Listen, when you're recording, you can't be